friends, today I am going to teach 8th standard biology second lesson, the last part. Already we studied reproduction animals and plants also we learned already. It's the last part, sexual reproduction in animals. What is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction means union of male and female gametes and reproduce to form zygote. Reproduction means multiplication or the process involved to increase in their progeny. Okay, so sexual reproduction is common for all the animal except a few, and is a major type of reproduction. So sexual reproduction involves the first process called fertilization. Okay, what is fertilization? Fusion of male and female gametes, fusion with the sperm with the ovum. Okay, the sperm with the ovum fuse to form development of a zygote. So sexual reproduction in animal begins with the fertilization, which is a fusion of the sperm with the ovum. It is common process happening in all living creatures. Mostly in all the advanced organism, eukaryotic cell consisting those organism completed for fertilization is the first events of sexual reproduction. Then type of fertilization, two types, external and internal fertilization. External fertilization and internal fertilization. What is external fertilization? External means outside. It happens outside of the living organism. In case of amphibians example, uh, frog. What is amphibian? Organism living both land and water. Amphibians and fish, the fusions of gametes take place outside of the body. This is known as external fertilization. It is few numbers. Most of the amphibian, phylum amphibians and fishes, not all the fishes, some group of fishes completed fertilization outside. In the case of mammal and birds and reptiles, the sperms fuse with the ovum inside the female body is called internal fertilization. So two types of fertilization, external and internal. Most of the animal fertilization occurs inside, mostly internal fertilization. Example, mammals, birds and reptile. Okay, in all the mammalian group of organism. What is mammal? Milk yielding organism. Birds, we know, flying organism is an oviparous. Reptiles, example for lizard. Okay, so those animals supposed to move with the help of a land or any places are called reptile. And mammals, birds and reptiles, the sperm fuse with the ovum inside the female body is called internal fertilization. It's a type of fertilization. Okay, so this slide we have what is fertilization, what is sexual reproduction, what is external fertilization, what is internal fertilization. Very, very important. The male reproductive system, human and animal, for sexes are differ. Male and female living organism. Male organism consists of male reproductive system. This is an pictures given for a human male. Is consists of a pair of testes. It's a primary sexual reproductive organs, and secondary or accessory are called some glands. Okay, and epididymis. Sorry, not epididymis. Some glands: prostate gland, seminal vesicle, and vasa differentia. Sorry, prostate glands, seminal vesicle, and copper glands. Bulbourethral glands. Three major glands are responsible to produce lot of material to form a semen. Sperm with this gland secretion, there comes under it acts as a medium and lubricants and medium, then free flows. Okay. So then pair of testes covered with the helminth scrotum presence and outside of the body. Then penis is in transmitting organs. Then next will come the male sex cells are produced in large number in the testes. What is male sex cell or called a sperm cell? This is called a sperm cell. The sperms produce more, and this sperm with the gland secretion mixed to form and semen. Sperm with the prostate gland secretion, seminal vesicle secretion, and again copper glands or bulbourethral gland secretion produce some alkaline solution and lubricants as well as some nutrition or medium joined together with the sperm to form an semen. Then there are two testes which lie outside the abdominal cavity in a sac-like body called a scrotum. So there are two testes given for here pair of tests. Here one, then next opposite side present one more. There are two testes which lie outside the abdominal cavity in a sac-like body called scrotum. Scrotum means is given for here. The outer testes are covered with the help of scrotum. Then sperms travel through a long tube called vasa deferens. Vasa deferens given for here because sperm produced during the period of sexual reproduction and travel the long tube is called vasa deferens. Then urethra which extends from the urinary bladder to the penis. Okay, so this urethra extends up to the penis will be transmitting sperms during reproduction. The sperm get mixed with the secretion from various glands. This mixture is known as semen. So what is semen? Sperm cell with the gland secretion. Okay, they're called a semen. Then the sperm have a head and long tail. It helps them to swim towards the ovum for fertilization. So sperm consists of a head region, neck region, middle piece, and long tail. Okay, the middle piece is composed of mitochondria. You know mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. It provides energy to just moving sperm cell from male reproductive organs to female reproductive organs because the head consists of a nucleus, male gamete. Okay, nucleus. At this nucleus fuse with the help of an egg to complete for fertilization. So the semen sperm have a head and long tail. It helps them swim towards the ovum for fertilization. So this is important for here male reproductive systems of human being. Then female reproductive system, human female or animals female consists of some system. So given for picture is an female reproductive system consists of an uterine wall is called for uterus and a fallopian tube, a pair of an fallopian tube. Here consists of an fallopian tube consists of an isthmus, ampulla, and infundibulum, fimbriae, finger-like process or called fimbriae, totally called fallopian tube. What are they? What is fallopian tube? Consists of isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum, and fimbriae, completely joined together to form an fallopian tube. Then presents pair of an ovary. This ovary releases one egg cell for every month. Then inside the uterus consists of an endometrium is a nourishing tissue providing material. Then myometrium and perimetrium, three layer, because this uterus is covered with a three material layer are called endometrium. Is endo means inside. Then at the middle myometrium and outer perimetrium. Okay, so that's all for this pictures of this one. Then here given for here egg cell. Okay, and this is called because this ovary release one egg cell for every month of an human female after getting for menstruation, and so this egg cell will be come out for every month. Okay, it consists of an follicular cell, cytoplasm, zona pellucida, nucleus. Okay, middle nucleus. So the sperm cell already saw the first slide. Sperm cell, the head will be reached inside and joined together this female nucleus with the male nucleus to complete for fertilization. Okay, then outside around the cytoplasm, then next toe layer is comes in a zona pellucida, then outer follicular cell and egg membrane. This is called egg membrane. Okay, the structure of an ovule we'll see later. Then ova are produced. Ova means this egg cell. The egg cell is called ova. Okay, ova are produced by a pair of ovaries located in the lower abdominal cavity of a human female. Ovary is attached to a hollow muscular organ called a uterus. So this is called a uterus. Okay, the ovary is attached. This ovary directly contact and attached with the help of an fallopian tube and reach on a sac-like part is called a uterus. So ovary is attached to a hollow muscular organ called uterus. Only one ovum is released every month. The upper portions of each ovary is surrounded finger-like projection funnel-shaped fallopian tube. Okay, this is called a fallopian tube. Fallopian tube consists of four major parts are called isthmus. It consists of an isthmus. Uh, Here is given isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum, fimbriae. Okay, fimbriae are finger-like process. The upper portions of each ovary is surrounded by finger-like projection, funnel-shaped fallopian tube. Then the fallopian tube open into the uterus and carry the ovum into is after fertilization. So the fallopian tube is a major part responsible for fertilization. Okay, fallopian tube open into the uterus and carry the ovum into it after fertilization. The external opening of the uterus is called a vagina. So this outermost part of a female reproductive system is called a vagina. Is one of the exterior part are called a vagina. So female reproductive system is very, very important for here. Fallopian tube, parts of fallopian tube, then ovary, uterus divided three region. Okay, uterus around us three material layer are called endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. Okay, perimetrium, then cervix, cervical canal, and again vagina is in the outermost opening part. The external opening of the uterus is called vagina. So this comes for female reproductive system. Then fertilization and pregnancy. Okay. Now will come for here is an fertilization process. Okay. So here is given for here female gamete and sperm fuse together and try to enter any one sperm inside. Only the part of an head region will be allowed with the help of an egg nucleus will allow the egg wall and complete fertilization develop a zygote. Okay. After zygote formation within short of time rapidly, okay, suddenly happen this zygote divided into 2 cell into 4 cell, 4 into 8, 8 into 16. Then balls of cell are called morula. Okay, balls of cell are called morula. Then this morula to form is in gestation and development of an organ. Okay, so it's not complete developments during the first trimester. Development of this fetus, this process happening first trimester, first 3 months, then second trimester, 4, 5, 6 months, development of a complete child. Okay, the child will be developed, and third trimester come for here 7, 8, 9. So complete developments that a child try to come out through by uh, in that try to come out through uterus, the process called parturition. So fertilization and pregnancy. The sperm discharged into the vagina during sexual intercourse. The sperm reach the fallopian tube. So they will try to reach inside the fallopian tube and come because fertilization occur the fallopian tube. Okay, above the ampulla region happening for fertilization because the sperm will be enter through by vagina and reach uterus and entry of an fallopian tube. Here is presence of an egg, ovum. Okay, and happening for fertilization. It is here fertilization take place where in fallopian tube. Then one of the sperm fuse with the ovum to form zygote. Here is given. So one sperm tried to enter inside and completed to formation of an zygote, and it travel down the uterus and get attached it to its walls. It divide rapidly to form an embryo. So after zygote formation, the egg going to divide. Rapid means so fast. Okay, it divide repeatedly to form the embryo. It look like a baby called a fetus. Small baby like part is called a fetus. FOETS. Important. What is fetus? Suppose respect to us to mark question. Then nutrition, oxygen, and other substance passes from the blood vessels into the baby blood through a placenta. Okay, so nutrition because this developing which one fetus connect with the help of mother uterus through by umbilical cord or placenta, and this placenta provide because mother only providing material through by connecting tube are called placenta or umbilical cord. Okay, so nutrient means developing this fetus, a young baby or a baby like living organism are called fetus. Requirements of an, nutrition, oxygen and other substance passes from the blood vessel into the baby blood through a placenta, the placenta or umbilical cord, providing nourishment. So this is, you see the picture in your textbook. We have little few pictures going to given, but I gave for clear picture. Listen carefully and study. The next, pregnancy. So with the uterus, the baby is surrounded by a protective sac called a amniotic sac, which contain amniotic fluid. So this is an uterus. The uterus will be bulged in nature because every month pass. Okay, every month passing, every trimester, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, and what happened for here, the process called pregnancy. During pregnancy, uterus, the baby is surrounded by a protective sac called amniotic sac. So here is presence of amniotic sac covered with the help of an amnion, a kind of a layer filled with amniotic fluid. Here is a lot of fluid is present. Okay, the sac is filled with amniotic fluid, and this fluid, good role for here providing nourishments. Okay, and shock absorber. Suppose the child supposed to newborn fetus supposed to developments happening here. Suppose any shock happen, any other damage supposed to try to attack, but this fluid do not allow. Okay, so within the uterus, the baby is surrounded by a protective sac called amniotic sac, which contain amniotic fluid. The baby grows inside the uterus for about 9 months is called pregnancy. Okay, so this 9 months or 220 day, 280 days or 40 months or 3 trimester. Understood? So this 9 months are divided into totally 10 months, to 280 days, 280 days for your pregnancy or 40 month or 3 trimester. 1 2 3 first trimester, 4 5 6 second trimester, 7 8 9 third trimester. After trimester is over, third trimester is over, the child will be birth, commonly called parturition, childbirth. The wall of the uterus goes through contraction to let the baby out. Okay, during childbirth, the wall of uterus going to contract. Okay, shorter will be just can contract, the baby will be push out, or baby push out. Sometimes two ova mature at the same time, get fertilized, resulting non-identical or fraternal twins. Non-identical or fraternal. Okay, sometimes what happen for here, two ovaries release two egg. Okay, two eggs suppose reach inside the mother fallopian tube, female reproductive part, and this two eggs or ova receive two sperm cell completed for here twins. Okay, the twins are called non-identical or fraternal twins. Okay, because they are not similar. Okay, fraternal twins means sometimes sexes also differ, male and female, or both are male, both are female, or male and female. Okay, but they are non-identical or called fraternal twins. How it is happen? Sometimes two ova, because every month release, sometimes very rarely happen, two ovary release two egg or ova mature at the same time, get fertilized, resulting non-identical or fraternal twins. Then twins are born also if fertilized egg divide. Sometimes what happen for a single egg presence to complete fertilization, the egg going to completely divide to form two egg. Okay, so these two eggs are completely divided to form an identical twins. So fraternal twins means two over release the month of which one the month of every some other female is very rarely happen, but two eggs are complete fertilization and development of a non-identical or fraternal twins. Sometimes what happens, the twins are born also if fertilized egg divide. The fertilized egg going to divide complete two egg will be developed, because single egg divide two daughter egg to develop and two fetus. but here sexes are similar. Both are male or both are females. Impossible to happen male and female, because male and female happening for here these areas where in fraternal twins or non-identical twins, um, two fetus to form either male and female, or both are male, both are male. But here impossible for here male and female, but here is happen for both are male or both are female. Okay, so the twins are born also if fertilized egg divide into two are called identical twins. Here two ovas. Okay, so this is come for here pregnancy and child formation. Okay, next the menstrual cycle. So the menstrual cycle common for all that females supposed to attend an age. Okay, happening for here one stage is called a bleeding phase, and it's called a menstrual phase and bleeding phase. Okay, menstrual and menopause. Menstrual stage start with the years of 12, 10, 11, 12. Usually 13th or 14th years will be proper development of a menstruation, but some rare cases happen for little earlier age also. Okay, this menstrual stoppage during menopause, the female cross for 45 to 50 years called a menopause. Okay, the ovaries usually release an ovum in the fallopian tube once in 28 days. Okay, so after getting puberty of a female, get ready to just release one egg cell for every 28 days. Okay, nearly 1 month. Then this process called ovulation. Okay, so the ovary release one egg cell every 28 days or per month. The process called ovulation. The uterus is prepared to receive and nourish the embryo. Okay, so this egg will be received with the help of an uterus and uh, prepared. Uterus already prepared. We learned for endometrium, perimetrium and outer metrium. Okay, so this endometrium is act as a nourishing tissues of an receiving egg cell, and just stay back few days. Okay, if not happen fertilization, if not reach in sperm cell, and this egg and endometrium just completely destroyed to form a menstruation or called bleeding. Okay, the uterus is prepared to receive and nourish the embryo. If the ovum is not fertilized, it is thrown out through the vagina together with the lining of the uterus and blood. It is known as menstruation. So what is menstruation? So there's two more questions. What is menstruation? Ovum is not fertilized. Okay, if the ovum is not fertilized, it is thrown out through the vagina together with the lining of the uterus and blood. It is known as menstruation. It is usually a 28 day cycle. Normally 1 to 5 days are called menstruation, 1 to 3 to 5, then 6 to 14 and 15 to 28. Okay, they're called bleeding phase, then follicular phase and luteal phase. Okay, the three phases. Then menstruation stop when a woman is around 45 to 50. This is called a menopause. Okay, so menstruation and menopause. Two more questions. Define menstruation, define menopause. What is menopause? The female across 45 to 50 years. Okay, often women's stoppage of menstruation is called menopause. It's clear? So menstruation, menopause important. I gave for one picture also. In the test remember small picture. Required for a day is 1 to 28. So here 1 to 5 days are called bleeding phase. Okay, and 6 to 14 or comes under ovulation as well as a follicular phase. Okay, then 15 to 28 comes under luteal phase. They are going to given for the menstrual cycle, next cycle, but yes, here is given for here menstrual phase, follicular or proliferative phase, luteal phase or secretory phase. Okay, then here bleeding happen in the form of a blood and release out during menstruation. Okay, so that's all. Second lesson, last portion. All of you listen that video slide carefully. Just listen and study. Take notes also. Then coming Friday, you have an Zoom class. Okay, and please complete all of you both lesson. Okay, first lesson I complete for all the fillers except a few detail at last. We will start coming Friday, and first lesson I'll ask any questions of you. We have an either oral or writing test. Okay, please sit and prepare and listen, study this lesson also. Second lesson also is complete today. Please go through well, study well, and use this PPT format for your notes as well as in our study materials. Is clear? Okay, I hope all are understood today topic. To listen well, listen very well, and study well. Thank you.